brother.
Hot damn. Yo, this is crazy, bro. First, Malcolm Jamal Warner, Theo from the Cosby Show. Then left the very next day, Ozzy Osbourne. And now Hulk Hogan, at the age of 71, has passed away, I believe, to cardiac arrest. Wow. Arguably the biggest superstar ever in the history of professional wrestling has passed, and I have multitude of emotions on this, and I know I'm doing this video because also I know how the wrestling community is going to be. You're going to have people that are going to be mourning and very sad, the childhood hero and all that has passed, and then you're going to have other people that are going to be like good riddance. I understand both sides. I get it. So this is going to be one of those wrestling deaths that's going to be very controversial, because there's going to be a lot of people within the community of professional wrestling that are going to feel completely opposite ways. Because Hulk Hogan was a complex individual. Me personally, I do appreciate everything he's done for professional wrestling. It would not be where it is today if it wasn't for him. This is going to be the same way when Vince McMahon eventually passes. I think that'll happen unless he made a deal with the devil, which I wouldn't be. But again, yeah, we want to be where we are today, no matter how you feel about professional wrestling. If it was for Hogan, from the WrestleManias to the feuds, the NWO, all that, no matter his intentions, he provided us some of the greatest moments ever in professional wrestling. So he's always going to be part of the DNA of wrestling. However, again, we cannot look past all the other things he has done just because he passed. It doesn't work like that. Just because you pass don't mean that all your sins go away. And I know people don't want to hear that. They're going to be people that are going to be very angry. I understand. But that's life.
Life is not fair.
There's some people that just can't forget all the racist things he's done, the careers he sabotaged. People are not going to forget that. They're just not. The companies he sabotaged, people just cannot forget that. I'm not mourning. I'm more just kind of in shock. I think because we've had over the past week 2 very shocking deaths. Ozzy Osbourne, who just performed like last week in his final show. And then you have Malcolm Jamal Warner, who personally, that hit me. And so having that, and now rules of threes, it's like, damn, like this is some Final Destination type shit. Like, damn. Like, it's real. Like, damn. But I think because he's following that, it's not as much of a shock. But at the same time, it is, because Hulk Hogan, no matter how you feel about him, is a larger-than-life personality. Possibly the greatest superstar, the biggest superstar in wrestling. When people think of wrestling, they think of Hulk Hogan. But again, he's 71. Not like he was in his 30s, his 20s, his 30s, his 40s, his 50s. He was lucky that he lived as long as he did, to be honest with you. People like that, you think they're just gonna live forever. It's kind of like, would I even have a wrestling channel without Hulk Hogan for what he did for the business? How he expanded it and made it global with, Hulkamania and WrestleMania, him and Vince. Like, would I have a channel without him? But at the same time, it's like, I just can't get over all the bad stuff he's done. I have a video on my channel that's at I think over 10,000K, just going over all the bad stuff he's done. And that's just at the surface. There are a lot of other things that he's done that I didn't include in the video. And I think I did that video following his Netflix Raw debut this past year, at the top of the year, where he got booed. It's going to be intriguing to see the different wrestling channels and the news. And I know WWE is probably going to do a major tribute to him, which This is not Bray from a couple years ago. Like when Bray like that hurt. That really hurt me when Bray passed. Again, I'm not going to be here to stomp on his grave or anything like that. But I'm also not here to give him all his flowers neither. So I'm very in the middle about this. Yeah, just I remember, quick story. I remember getting the Hulk Hogan DVD in 2005. 2005, 15, I just started being able to go to different places on my own, drive different places, get certain things. And one of the first DVDs I got was the Hulk Hogan DVD because Hulk Hogan is wrestling. And getting the 3-disc CD and all that. And I remember going to the living room and watching The Rock versus Hulk Hogan, WrestleMania 18 with my dad. And my dad was a super Hogan guy. I was a Rock guy. And my dad was like, man, Hulk Hogan gonna tear him up, man. Like, even though this match already happened 2-3 years ago, my dad, because we weren't ones to get pay-per-views, he never saw it. So I thought it would be fun to watch it with him, to see him watch it for the first time. And it just showed the generations. Like, he was a Hogan guy, I was a Rock guy. And that was a great experience to have with my father, who was a wrestling fan. Definitely, he loved Junkyard Dog. He loved Junkyard Dog. Like, it's cool that my dad was into wrestling, and that was something that we were able to bond over, like sports, music, and other things like that. To everyone that is hurting about this and mourning about this, I would advise you to just ignore all the other, well, I don't know if I can even say that. Not to ignore the other noise, because the reason why people feel the way they do is because what he's done was very damaging to certain people and things. So I don't know if I can even say ignore. I would probably advise not to retort back. Because people that don't care, don't care. So you can try to go back and forth with people all you want to. I don't know how well that's going to work out. So I would probably advise you just be in your state of mourning and deal with it however you're going to deal with it. Then after that, maybe you can, I don't know. But yeah, Hulk Hogan died. That's crazy. Never thought I'd see the day. But yeah, let me know how you feel. How do you feel about it? Like, comment, subscribe, share all the things. Welcome to the high, bitch. This is Hayes Arcade. And if you're not down with that, I got 2 words for you. Suck.